But what if I told you this tiny coin could actually be worth $1.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. One single penny that could transform your lifestyle, fund a luxury retirement, or even provide financial freedom for generations. This isn't a dream. This is the reality of the 1951 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one of these lying around, it could be a ticket to the kind of life you've always wanted. And in this video, we're going to break down exactly why this particular penny is so incredibly valuable and how you might turn an overlooked coin into a once-in-a-lifetime windfall. First, let's rewind to 1951. It was a time of prosperity in America. Post-war industry was booming, and pennies were in everyone's pocket. But what made this particular penny different? Well, not all 1951 pennies are created equal. We're talking specifically about the 1951 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Most pennies carry a small stamp from the city where they were minted, either a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But this penny? It has nothing. And in the world of coin collecting, that absence makes it priceless. So, why is that important? Think about this. It's like a limited edition item. Only, in this case, people didn't realize they were holding something rare. It's like finding a vintage car in your garage and realizing it's the only one left in the world. Coins without a mint mark were produced in Philadelphia, but few have survived in pristine condition. And those few? Well, they're the treasure we're talking about today. Speaking of treasures, who else thought their childhood piggy bank was basically a pirate's chest of fortune? Turns out, maybe it was, if you kept the right pennies. So, why does this penny have the power to command a jaw-dropping price tag of up to $1.9 million? The value of these coins lies in their rarity, yes, but also in their condition. Coin collectors, or numismatists, have a word for this: mint state. If your penny is crisp, shiny, and seemingly untouched, you've hit the jackpot. These rare, pristine coins are so sought after that they become treasures for avid collectors willing to pay top dollar. This means a penny with no scratches, no marks, no wear, and this kind of condition isn't easy to find. Here's where things get serious. Over time, many coins from this era have been scratched, tarnished, or simply lost. But those in mint condition, especially without the mint mark, have a near mythical quality among collectors. When one pops up on the market, a kind of bidding frenzy takes place. But how do you even know if the penny in your possession is the real deal? How do you distinguish between an ordinary 1-cent coin and one that's worth millions? This is where it gets thrilling. Knowing how to identify and authenticate your coin could be the key to unlocking a fortune. First, take a good look under proper lighting. If it's shiny and bears no visible mint mark, that's a promising sign. But it doesn't stop there. You'll need a certified appraisal to verify its authenticity and condition. Think of it as a way to ensure that your hidden treasure is the real deal, almost like verifying the authenticity of a rare piece of art. Ever wonder what kind of cars and houses a single penny could buy? Well, with $1.9 million, you might just be able to afford the lifestyle of a rock star. If you do have this rare 1951 penny, don't sit on it. Reach out to coin appraisers, auction houses, or even rare coin dealers. Many of these places will provide a free consultation to give you an idea of your penny's worth. With demand for rare coins like this only increasing, collectors are ready to pay top dollar to get their hands on one of these rare gems. Imagine being one of the few people in the world with a coin that collectors would do anything to own. Imagine turning a piece of pocket change into life-changing wealth. Are you holding on to a treasure without realizing it? Look closely, because that one small penny could be your path to financial freedom, a luxurious lifestyle, or perhaps even your legacy. And who knows? Maybe your next lucky coin is closer than you think. So, the question is, have you checked your pennies lately? Imagine holding a penny worth over $1 million. A simple, unassuming coin that could change your entire life. Yes, that 1964 Lincoln 1-cent coin tucked away in a drawer somewhere might just be the ticket to wealth beyond your wildest dreams. But here's the catch: not every 1964 penny will make you a millionaire. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this penny extraordinary, its elusive secrets, and what you need to know to strike gold in your own collection. Stay with me, because missing out on this information could mean missing out on a life-changing fortune. Let's rewind to the mid-1960s, a time of change, turbulence, and mystery. 1964 wasn't just the height of the civil rights movement or the Beatles' invasion. It was also the year the U.S. Mint quietly released a Lincoln cent that would go on to become one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in history. That's right, the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Here's the kicker: most 1964 pennies are common, everyday coins. But among the millions, there are a few rare specimens with unique characteristics that make them stand out from the rest. And the question every collector, investor, and coin enthusiast has is, why? This isn't just any rare penny. It's a coin with a no-mint mark, which, in coin collector terms, signifies that it was minted in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. Out of millions of coins, some of these have unique qualities. Qualities that collectors and historians obsess over, paying extraordinary sums to get their hands on. So what exactly makes this penny worth up to $1.3 million? We'll uncover that in just a moment. But first, let's talk about how one simple oversight can mean the difference between an ordinary penny and a fortune. Now, let's talk about what sets this legendary coin apart from the rest. Unlike other pennies, the 1964 no-mint mark penny carries unique errors and characteristics that make it extremely rare. Certain misprints, for example, create patterns that catch the eyes of seasoned collectors. Think of these errors like fingerprints. No two are exactly the same, and they make each coin one of a kind. And here's the part that'll keep you on your toes. The tiniest of details, often missed by most eyes, can be worth $1 million. So how can you tell if your penny is the one? Look closely at its design features, such as its weight, size, and details on Lincoln's profile. Serious collectors often use magnification to check for microscopic irregularities or distinctive textures that signal rarity. For instance, one common indicator is known as a double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. It's a subtle difference, but it's one that sends the value skyrocketing. Imagine your reaction, handing over that penny at the grocery store for a pack of gum, only to find out later that you just gave away a fortune. Could you imagine? Or maybe you've been holding on to an old jar of coins, thinking nothing of it. The truth is, one small discovery could change everything. So, now that you know the secrets, how can you transform a simple penny into your $1 million ticket? Here's where action meets opportunity. Start by sifting through your old coins. Check for the date, 1964, with no mint mark. Grab a magnifying glass, or even better, take it to a coin appraisal expert. Remember, with collectors constantly on the lookout for these rarities, the value of this coin is only increasing as fewer pristine specimens are found. And while some people might brush this off as just a penny, let's face it, when it could be worth millions, wouldn't you want to be absolutely sure? The market value for this coin is no joke. Recently, some 1964 no-mint mark pennies have been sold at auction for figures that can only be described as life-changing. We're talking up to $1.3 million. But don't wait too long. Opportunities like this don't last forever. The market for rare coins is competitive, and once these coins are gone from circulation or snapped up by collectors, their value only grows. What would you do if you knew you were just a coin away from financial freedom? Imagine the possibilities: investing in a dream home, traveling the world, securing your retirement. Don't leave it to chance. The treasure hunt is calling, and who knows? That penny might just be the one waiting to unlock a new life for you. Thank you for joining me in this journey through history, mystery, and possibility. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into rare coins and hidden fortunes, because who knows? The next video might reveal a treasure you already have in your hands. Now get out there and start looking, because the next millionaire could be you. Imagine finding a tiny penny, just a simple copper coin, buried at the back of a drawer. It's dusty, worn, and looks like any other penny, but here's the catch: it's worth $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single cent, crafted in the year 1970, could be the ticket to a lifestyle you've only dreamed of. What if I told you this unassuming coin, The 1970 Lincoln penny holds a value so rare, collectors and investors across the country are clamoring to get their hands on it. It all begins with a small but crucial mint mark, the letter D, just below the ear. This tiny mark is no ordinary stamp. It's the Denver Mint's seal and represents a limited and highly sought-after mintage. It's this rarity that has skyrocketed its value. This is no longer just a penny. It's a piece of history, and for a select few, it's a financial jackpot. Now you might be thinking, sure, a penny worth millions sounds fantastic, but how did this coin get so valuable? Let's dive in deeper. Ever wonder why we're not all out there, flipping every coin in sight? You might feel tempted to take out a magnifying glass and examine every penny you own. By the end of this video, you just might. Why the 1970 penny is worth millions? The worth of this penny isn't random. It's steeped in history and meticulous minting standards that changed over time. The 1970 penny's value skyrocketed due to a rare combination of an overstriking error, where part of the previous year's minting design faintly shows up under 1970, and pristine condition. Only a few of these coins in high grades are known to exist today, making them one in a million. The thrill of finding a penny worth more than a mansion is captivating collectors. But here's the twist, which has even the most seasoned collectors holding their breath: not all 1970 pennies are worth millions. That's right, it's a select few that carry this mysterious fortune. So, how do you tell if your coin is the one? Imagine the thrill of discovering that you own $1 million coin. Now, let's explore exactly how to spot the rare variations from the average ones so you know if you're sitting on a gold mine, or just a regular penny. How to identify and sell your $1 million penny. Now, let's get to the $1 million question, literally. If you own a 1970 penny, you'll need to look for very specific features. First, inspect for an overstriking error, where the underlying year from a previous die is slightly visible under the 1970. Look closely at the mint condition, as higher grades exponentially increase the coin's worth. Grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service can help verify its authenticity, often adding tens of thousands to its market value. Once you know your coin is legitimate, how do you sell it? The key to getting top dollar for your rare penny is selling at high-profile auctions or through reputable coin dealers who specialize in rare U.S. currency. Many of these collectors have been searching for coins like yours their entire lives, and they're willing to pay handsomely for it. But here's the catch: demand for these rare coins is soaring, and there are only so many out there. As more collectors find them, prices could stabilize or even dip. The time to act is now, especially as demand from international investors rises. Imagine cashing out and funding that dream home, travel around the world, or simply securing a wealthy future. So, are you ready to dig through those old penny jars and unlock the mystery behind your coins? Keep your eyes open, because you never know, that penny lying around could be the very key to transforming your life. What if I told you that a simple penny could change your life forever? Yes, a penny. The right penny could put more than $1 million in your bank account. Today, we're diving into the mystery behind the rare 1965 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you have one, it could be worth $1.5 million. Are you holding a gold mine right now without even knowing it? It's the height of the 1960s. NASA is reaching for the stars, music is changing the world, and the US Mint is quietly creating coins, millions of them. But in 1965, something unusual happened. In the frenzy to meet coin demand, the Mint took a shortcut, resulting in the rare, no mint mark penny. You heard that right. No D for Denver, no S for San Francisco. Just a blank. This tiny detail makes a world of difference. Without that mint mark, this penny became incredibly rare, almost mythical. And rarity means value. Who knew? Back then, they were more focused on space than spare change. So what makes this penny worth $1.5 million today? Imagine this. Collectors worldwide are scouring their piggy banks, attics, and old jars for a penny most people wouldn't even look at twice. You see, the no mint mark 1965 penny is an enigma. And as with anything rare, the price goes sky high. There's something almost magical about finding a simple coin that, due to one little detail, can turn into a fortune. Think of it like discovering a forgotten piece of art from a legendary painter. Its worth is limitless to the right collector. And right now, these pennies are being auctioned at record prices, with no sign of slowing down. And here's where it gets even more interesting. One of these coins was just sold for a jaw-dropping amount. Stick around to find out how much. Think about it, one small detail separating an ordinary penny from $1 million payday. Most people go their entire lives never checking. What if you've had this treasure all along and never knew it? Now, here's what you need to look for. Take out any 1965 pennies you have, and first, find that date. Next, examine it closely. There shouldn't be any letter or mint mark below the date. If it's blank, hold on to that coin because you might be holding a fortune. And remember, condition matters. If it's well preserved, your penny's value could skyrocket. Get it appraised by a trusted coin dealer, or consider a reputable auction house that specializes in rare coins. And hey, worst case, you still have a cool story about an old penny. Best case, you're a millionaire. Not a bad day, right? But here's the thing, these coins are getting harder to find. Collectors are snatching them up faster than ever. There's a rush right now to uncover these valuable pennies before they disappear into collections forever. Don't miss your chance. This could be one of the greatest hidden treasures of our time. So go ahead, search those jars, drawers, even that old piggy bank. And if you find a 1965 no-mint mark penny, your life might never be the same again. But here's one last thought. Could there be other coins out there, worth just as much or even more, hiding in plain sight? Well, that's a story for another time. Imagine holding a single penny that could change your life. Yes, a tiny 1-cent coin from 1973 with a D mint mark could be the key to a fortune, a staggering $1.3 million. But how can a humble penny hold such unimaginable wealth? What makes this particular penny so valuable? And how can you tell if the one in your pocket is the jackpot? Stick with me, because today we're diving into everything you need to know about this incredible piece of American history and how it could open the door to a life of wealth and luxury. And trust me, this is not one you want to miss. To understand why a 1973 D mint mark penny is worth millions, let's rewind and uncover the origins of the Abraham Lincoln penny. Released in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent has been a beloved part of American currency. Over the years, various mints, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver, produced billions of these coins. But like a needle in a haystack, certain rare ones emerged with tiny imperfections that set them apart. So, what's the big deal with this 1973 D mint mark penny? Well, that tiny D holds a secret that only the savviest collectors know. And here's the twist. Only a few lucky people have stumbled across these gems, tucked away in old jars, forgotten collections, or loose change. But what if the next jackpot coin is hiding in your drawer right now? Now, that's something to get excited about. Imagine walking into a coin dealer with a random old penny, hoping it might be worth a few bucks, only to be told you're sitting on a $1.3 million treasure. It sounds unbelievable, right? Almost like winning the lottery. But without even buying a ticket. So, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why is this particular penny worth a fortune? It's all about scarcity and demand. In the world of coin collecting, small details make a huge difference. During the 1970s, several errors occurred during minting, and some coins were stamped with a unique set of marks. These rare, error coins have fascinated collectors and enthusiasts for years because of their historical and monetary value. The 1973 D mint mark penny has a specific set of markings and misprints. Some are double-stamped, some have subtle deformities, and others have material inconsistencies. These quirks turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream and, as a result, drive the price sky high. But beware, counterfeit versions do exist, so knowing what to look for is crucial. You might be wondering, how do I know if my old penny is a rare one? Great question. And better yet, how do you go about selling it for that jaw-dropping price? Don't go anywhere, because up next, We'll break down exactly what you need to check on your 1973 penny to see if you're in for a surprise. Now that you know what makes this coin so rare, let's talk specifics. Here's a quick list of what to check. Look for the D mint mark on the coin. This mark means it was minted in Denver, and that's where the magic starts. Inspect for errors. Error coins are rare, and certain misprints or double stamps on the 1973 D penny make it even more valuable. You may need a magnifying glass to inspect these details closely. Condition matters. Coins that have been well preserved with minimal wear can fetch even higher prices. If you find a 1973 D penny that's in pristine condition, you're looking at a truly valuable piece. Here's a bonus tip. There are professional coin appraisers who can verify the authenticity and rarity of your penny. And trust me, you don't want to take chances by selling it for less than it's worth. Quick question. Would you trade a penny for $1 million? Seems like a no-brainer, right? Well, that's exactly what's at stake with this little treasure. The market for rare coins has been skyrocketing in recent years, with collectors eager to add unique items to their portfolios. And with inflation on the rise, people are turning to collectibles as alternative investments. What does this mean for you? The demand for rare coins is at an all-time high, which means that prices are only climbing. Waiting too long could mean missing out on a historic opportunity to cash in. So, what's stopping you from diving into that old coin collection, or even taking a closer look at the change in your car's cup holder? Now, here's the $1 million question. Or should I say, the $1.3 million question. Do you have one of these rare treasures waiting to be discovered? Imagine what a discovery like that could do for your life. A penny today, a luxury lifestyle tomorrow. Just imagine, finally turning an old coin into a new beginning, a life of comfort, freedom, and endless possibilities. So, go on. Dig through your change jar, check that old wallet, and find out if you're holding a fortune right in the palm of your hand. And if you do find that elusive 1973 D mint mark penny, remember, you're part of a rare few with a piece of history worth millions.